So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and go over the small problems slash nitpicks that I had with this figure. Now again, nitpicks. They're not deal breakers for me. So please do not try to murder me in the comment section. There's just little things that I noticed that bother me on my figure. Maybe you have some different ones, or maybe you have some that you share with me. Just let me know in the comment section. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's see the things that bothered me about 86 Prime. But my smokestacks are loose. Like they spin freely. Again, it's not a big problem, but it is something that kind of upsets me. They're super loose. And I don't know if that's just my copy or if that's anybody else. So another thing that bothered me that I noticed was those little blue squares seeping out right there on the top of the torso. Super minuscule, but it bothers me because I know it should all just be red. Again, nitpick, not a deal breaker. Don't murder me for it, but I don't like the fact that that blue bleeds out. So another small nitpick is the fact that that red just pops out when the whole foot, the whole leg, shin area, boot area, whatever you want to call it, should be blue. And I get that that's there because of transformation sequence, but I don't like that that little bit of red sticks out when you transform it in robot mode, etc. I don't like the fact that they couldn't give us a brand new matrix of leadership, that we're using just the same old design that we've been using since Earthrise and Siege and all those other molds that use the same matrix. It'd have been nice to get just like a slight newer version. And then the fact that the inside of the matrix chamber isn't painted kind of bothers me. But, it's nice that we at least got a somewhat detailed matrix chamber. But, for $90, this matrix chamber isn't that much better than the one on like Reactivate Prime. Anyone else bothered by that? I know I'm going to be taking a silver Sharpie and trying to see what I could do in there. All right. So the next nitpick isn't really a nitpick, but it's more of like a widespread issue. It's the misassembly of the heels on some of these figures. The fact that we're paying $90 for a Commander Class and that we still have to deal with QC issues, I think is ridiculous. I mean, you pay all this money and you still end up getting burned in some way. I don't blame certain collectors for not buying Hasbro or Takara anymore. It's not a big issue. For someone like me, I'm not gonna correct it. It's not bad enough for me to wanna go ahead and knock out the pins and do those whole procedures to fix it. But there's some collectors out there that it bothers them, and if you're one of them, I feel for you too. Okay, anyone else bothered by the fact that the Ion Blaster, the iconic rifle here, that the handle is short? They knocked it out of the park with the painting and everything. Even the size is pretty good to me, but the fact that the handle is short. Why is it so short? It should be longer. The same problem I had with Reactivate Prime and his rifle. Super short. And I might have to go replace it. I might have to go buy, like an aftermarket 3D printed one now. Kind of sucks. No ab crunch. The fact that this figure doesn't have an ab crunch kind of bothers me, but it doesn't bother me. Like, obviously, I bought the figure. I still think it's like my favorite G1 Optimus Prime by far. This is the best. But man, they couldn't have figured out some type of way to add like an app crunch. You know what I mean? Again, it's a nitpick, not a deal breaker. But yeah, no ab crunch. Kind of sucks. Okay. Another nitpick that I noticed that I don't like is that's as far as the elbow bends. That's it. You see that? That's as far as it bends. But you get more out of it the other way. I mean, it still bends. It just doesn't bend as far as you would want it to. But yeah, the elbow not bending as much as I would like. Another nitpick. Okay, so I guess the last nitpick for me, just to wrap up this video real quick, is this gummy plastic that Hasbro likes to use with their accessories. I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. Um, with these bigger pieces for the long, for the cab, for the truck cab blasting off, it's fine because they're solid. But these guys came warped straight out of the package. They're not straight. I mean, you could boil them and you could do all these other things that they tell you online, to fix them and correct them. But I'm paying $90. Like, I'm not going to use these. I'm going to have to buy like aftermarket effect pieces for the rifle. I'm not using these. These suck. Um, and I feel like the Energon axe could have been a bit bigger. And again, I don't like this gummy material. But yeah, those are my nitpicks of a otherwise brilliant Optimus Prime. No figure could be perfect. Those are my nitpicks. What are your nitpicks? Let me know in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe, my friends, and I'll catch you in the next one.